Hi, Tammy. How are you?
Hi, Siddharth. I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great also. It's nice and sunny in Durban again. And yeah, it's great to actually catch up with you again. I'm quite honored to chat with you again, especially on your
Awesome.
journey as the expat on the UAE. I mean, South African expat in the UAE. So, my first question to you is what's one thing about life as an expat in the UAE that surprised you?
Ooh, okay. Before I get there, excuse me for being in my gym gear. It is quite early in the morning and it's already 37 degrees. So it's
Hmm.
super, super hot here.
Hmm.
Yes, one thing about the expat life that surprised me, I would say, honestly, it's how lonely one can feel at times. I came here expecting to find a strong sense of community, but in reality, building meaningful connections takes a lot more effort than I imagined. And I'm quite a socialite, and it hasn't been an easy journey for me thus far. Many people here are very busy with their day-to-day lives, their jobs, juggling young kids, and finding common ground with consistent time basically to connect with people is has been challenging for me. Look, it's a beautiful country and there's so much that the UAE has to offer, but emotionally it can be quite isolating if you don't have a strong support system already in place.
Okay. Do you feel more connected to South Africa or to the UAE, and why?
South Africa will always have a pull on me. There's something irreplaceable about home. South Africa will always be home. The sense of history, the shared laughter with friends and family, and I would say that that relaxed, familiar vibe that comes from being surrounded by your own people. Look, the UAE is fantastic, and it has offered me incredible professional opportunities and personal growth. But it's been an exciting chapter full of learning, full of discovery, full of challenges. I'm truly grateful for that. But at the end of the day, I'm still rooted in South Africa. That's where my heart lies. And even the simple things like sitting around in your garden, something so normal back home, becomes so difficult here, especially during the summer heat. We are in spring now, and summer heat goes up to like 52, 54 degrees. So, that fresh air in South Africa, I really, really miss that. So, yeah, the UAE might be where I live now, but South Africa will always be home.
How have you found building a social circle in the UAE compared to South Africa?
So, building a social circle here has been rather interesting. I mean, like in South Africa, friendships develop more organically. I guess it's about, and in South Africa, it's more shared experiences, long conversation, and years of history. But in the UAE, it's a bit more dynamic. People come and go all the time. And it's definitely a very fast paced environment. With that said, I have met some amazing people from all over the world, and it's been refreshing to broaden my social horizons. In South Africa, there's that sense of familiarity. Like you don't have to explain much about yourself to people, where you're from or what you value, etc. But here, you got to connect with people that are more open minded, that are eager to learn about each other's cultures. With that said, the lack of long term friendship can be a little bit tricky sometimes because you're aware that people might be moving on soon, and you can't really make that deep connection. Some people come here on a secondment for 2 years, 5 years, and then they leave. So, it's always that. You sort of like lost another friend, and people get on with their lives. So they don't generally keep in touch. Very seldom, like, on social media, they might like your post, or they might give you a comment, or wish you for a special occasion. But there's no deep connections.
Okay, my final question to you is: are there any expat communities in the UAE that you've become a part of or interacted with?
Yes, there are lots of them. One of the best parts of being an expat in the UAE is that sense of community that you can easily tap into. I've connected with small groups of South Africans on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. It's like almost like finding an instant link to home. There are occasional get-togethers, like a morning tea on a Saturday. People are pretty welcoming, and there's always an event here and there where we can meet up, like the International Food Festival. And but I find myself gravitating towards people with similar interests and values, even if they're not from South Africa, because some of the people, especially like if you are dealing with the family, I mean, my kids are grown. If you're dealing with the family and dealing with people with smaller kids, the interest is slightly different. If I have to say, let's go for a hike, or let's do something, let's go to a club. So you got to and be cognizant of a young family, I would say, that have got kids and that may not have a babysitter. So it's that time you tend to gravitate towards people with similar lifestyle, similar interest.
Okay, I've just seen a comment here that actually has a question for you, if you're okay with me actually showing it to you.
Sure, no problem.
All right. So it's from Jitin Rishika here. Thank you for your contributions. You are an inspiration. Is much appreciation. I do have a question. How would you contribute to the upliftment of our women back home?
Ooh, that's a nice question. Thank you for that. So currently back home, I still do have a lot of women empowerment groups that I belong to. One of them is Heals International, and the other one is the White Lotus. So I have weekly interactions with them. I have a personal group called Forced FM on WhatsApp, where I send out positive affirmations every morning. And I would say to the woman back home, never give up. Don't let age be your determining factor. Don't let race, creed, culture, anything. You are meant to be where you are at this perfect time. Embrace it and don't look at her and compare yourselves to others. Look at how you can become the next better version of yourself. The only person you should be in competition with is yourself. I hope that's helped.
Yeah, that's helped. Thanks so much for your time once again, and I look forward to catching up with you with another topic.
Sure, absolutely. Have a great day further and a lovely week ahead. Chat soon. Bye-bye.